So this week we're talking about unlearning. And thank you again. Thank you everybody on Twitter who participated in the poll and voted. So while thinking about unlearning, we talk about it all the time, but we don't talk about what it is or the specifics of it. So I think unlearning is something that's extremely intimate. So I'm gonna start with a story. My natural hair career started about a decade ago when I was 18. So a couple of things happened leading up to my first big chop. So it was a point in time when I was extremely stressed and my hair started to thin out. And this is something that still happens to this day sometimes. But instead of like taking it as a sign, I kind of ignored it and continued to, put in perms and sew-ins and etc. So it got to a point where my hair was also overprocessed. And one night while taking down my sew-in, it got to the point where I couldn't ignore the health of my hair because the thinning was getting really bad, especially my edges. My edges were wrecked. And just to give you a scope on how much this affected me and the women in my family, I called my mother to tell her about it, and she booked me for an appointment with her hairstylist the next day. We got to the salon, and because nobody could even fathom the idea of me cutting off my hair, we go with a full head sew-in, give my hair a chance to rest. And in a few months, I'm back to my partial sew-in, interchanging with braids. But I'm also commuting from my university to the other side of town twice a month to maintain my hair and keep up with treatments that it stays well. And around this time, I started to question like why I must put in this much effort just to feel comfortable with my hair. At the same time, online, the natural hair movement was picking up. So it started slow for me, where I began researching, okay, what are temporary options for straightening your hair and not necessarily a perm? What is more gentle for your hair? What is more kind for your hair? And then I stopped doing weaves and I just began to do braids, but I was still deeply uncomfortable with my natural hair being open. And then one night while taking down my braids, I just cut off all of the straightened part of my hair and began to wear my hair natural. Now, of course, the beginning was quite bumpy. My mother thought that I was going through some sort of mental breakdown. And I was also, it took me a minute to get comfortable with it. I still had to have, tie a scarf or some other form of hair accessory or big earrings or something to be able to walk around with my hair natural. Fast forward to today, and I have a much healthier relationship with my hair. I love my hair when it's long, when it's short. I'm more focused on it being healthy. And I, when I switch up hairstyles and put in different things, it's more because of protecting my hair and not fear-based, where I'm too afraid to have my hair out or feel like I'm not beautiful with my natural hair, or that it's not presentable or unacceptable. And my mother, who thought that I was having a meltdown a decade ago, also wears her hair as an afro now. So the moral of the story is unlearning is an intimate and long process, and it just begins with questioning certain values that you've held your whole life that you didn't even develop yourself. My relationship with my hair was based on um, centuries of hate indoctrinated into Black communities to dislike our own hair, for it to be deemed unprofessional and etc. And to the point that even when I went natural, I had to go figure out and research how to take care of my hair in its natural state, because the people around me, the women around me, did not know how to handle natural hair. And then after questioning these values that I had, going out to look for answers, figuring out how to exist with my hair natural. I also had to exercise a little bit of courage, and I also had to exercise some imagination so that I could birth a reality where it was okay for me to have my natural hair. And that is what unlearning is. And as intimate as unlearning is, it happens in community as well, where you are learning from each other and building knowledge that you also pass down to to younger generations and to just other people who are coming into their journey in different times. So community is also a very important factor when it comes to unlearning. And as difficult as unlearning is, it is a worth it process to create realities that are better for us to live in and less harmful. So today, I have a healthier relationship with my hair and therefore I'm a happier person. But also, overall, my reality in the society that I live in is slightly better because I get overjoyed to be walking in the street and see so many girls and women with their natural hair out. Um, I see TikToks of little black kids who are overjoyed to have their natural hair and have not learned any form of hate for their own hair. It's exciting to see Elsa rock her natural hair and Valentino. So that is why we put in that hard work of unlearning. In conclusion, unlearning is the continuous process of questioning the rules and values that make up our reality, then researching possible answers and arming ourselves with information, courage, imagination, and community to build realities that are better and allow us to be happier. Thank you for listening to this week's video voice note. Remember to follow Feminist Love Notes on social media. All the links will be in the bio. Subscribe and turn on notifications for weekly videos. And you can support Feminist Love Notes on Patreon or coffee.com. Both links are also going to be in the bio.